Well, hello and welcome back to Restore You. It is Angela, and we have successfully made it back from our 177-mile road trip for the 141 yard sales held here in Iowa I'm in Omaha now, I guess, in Iowa. I think it's always the first weekend in August. And so you're probably here if you already watched the video on my travel journal that I did, and are curious about all the fun finds. And I've already started filling this up with our travels and little tchotchkes from the trip. Let's see. I've got some recipes in there on my canning page. But I am going to finish this up this week, and I will have some videos posted for you. But if you want to see how that all came about and how to create one of those yourself, then you can hop on over to the video that will be popping up at the end of this video to see how I did it. So let's just cut to the chase, because I know you're all really curious about all the fun things that I found. So I kind of put this in categories. So I'm going to start with the most maybe not exciting part of the treasures. And I know you guys are going to see some of these videos and the shorts and things that I have done. It is not as much as what it looked like when I staged it and tried to make it pretty. It looked like I really went out of control. Oh, and here comes Zenny. Hi, baby. Hop up. Come on. Okay, don't. But the first thing I bought for, I think, $2, I bought a whole box full of photographs, and these were just some that were my favorite. I love this one with a car buried. Maybe it's a truck, I don't know, but cute. I thought that these would be fun for a fall album. There's a couple. This one for spring, a little double rainbow, 80s style. Reminds me of the Muppets. And then these I fell in love with. There were lots of animal photos, and these are some of the cuter ones. These are little. Dave and I are debating. I say they're ducks, he says they're geese, but I don't think so. Actually, there may be both, but I'm going with ducks. And then this one I thought was just a cast of characters. This is from 1926. Joe, Charlie, and 2 question mark folks. So that will have to go in something. I don't know what journal it's going to go in, but there's a whole entire box of photos. So I'm just excited to start working with them. And I did pull out a couple that I'm going to put into the travel journal that kind of go along as well. And then I thought this was cute, picked out from Dave, Helpful Harry's Household Tips. This is from, I don't know what year, but my thought is, what does Harry know about helpful household tips when, 1938, when probably Harriet was the one that did all of the household chores back then. I mean, I'm just saying, it is what it is back then. The other thing that I was excited to get was lots and lots of vintage travel guides, and these are some of my favorites. If you've watched the channel for a while, you know that Colorado has my heart. I lived there for quite a while, and I know I'm an Iowan, but my heart is in Colorado, so that was fun. This book on Alaska, one state that I have not been to, so I would be curious. This is on our list of things that we want to do, but look at how beautiful the images are. So if you've got tips on where we should go in Alaska, I have a friend that lives there, and I would love to go see her. Yellowstone, another one of my favorite places to travel. There's no date on this. But I would say probably 60s, maybe 50s. But it's full of beautiful photos. A Switzerland map, which is all, I think yeah. But I can't even, it's in several languages. I have yet to see English, so I don't know. But it not only folds out, I can't even show you, it doesn't just fold out this way, it folds out yet again. And I had this open and it took me forever to get it back. But if you can see, I mean, this is like, would probably cover my entire body if I held it up. It's that large. But in this little compact travel map. And then a couple more Colorado guides. I loved this image. I think it's in this one. But this one's another one of those that folds out into a humongo map, but it was a brochure. Here's part of it. But the image that I like, that must be in the other one, was, look at that. Howdy. Cool, colorful Colorado invites you. The top vacation state of the nation. Well, that rhymes. And then there's this beautiful image. I don't know, this is probably going to go into my collection with my travel items and my collector suitcases. By the way, I did not buy not one suitcase on our entire trip. It was mostly just ephemera and small items, but this was probably the score of the weekend. It's, I mean, if you're into resale, it's not worth tons of money, but to me, and Chicago is another place that I lived, and this is from the 1934 World's Fair, and it's just a souvenir book, and it's got, the pages are thick, but it is in absolutely perfect condition. It's gorgeous. Oh, there's one thing I was going to show you that it didn't make it over here for the vid. And then I also got a tote. When I say tote, they're probably like, you know, shoebox, a little bit bigger than shoebox size, both of the photos and of the recipes. But it was plumb full of recipes, both typed and otherwise. What happened to that other one? I thought I had 3. These were some that I thought were fun. Basic chicken noodle soup, right? But don't forget, you need 1 stewing hen, because you just pick one of those up, you know, in random places. And then this, I know you can't read the top of it because it took me a while, but it is for noodle and sauerkraut casserole. I don't know, but I think I might just try to make it. And in fact, I have a bunch of these set aside that I am going to try to make. So I'll let you know how that turns out. But this was just pretty. I loved the colors. This was in a cookbook that I bought that's in really bad shape. And will probably go in the ephemera kits because the pages inside are really good. But the spine and cover are not. So we'll see. And then these are not recipe related, really, but they're from Current. So I don't know. This was a whole quarter, but inside are herbs, which I did not know poppy was an herb, but it says what it is, and it tells about each herb and spice note on the back. And if you didn't know this, poppy seeds of the which are used as a spice. Each pod contains hundreds of seeds. Oh, poppy seeds, duh. Okay, Angela, get on the clue bus. I was thinking like the leaves, and I'm thinking, I've never seen that before. Forgive me. But then mint and dill. I'm out of focus there. And capers. So those are really, really, really cute. So that was the first treasure. And like I said, it does look like I got a ton of stuff in my video, which I did get a ton of stuff, but it's all condensed into, let's see, I'm only keeping 1 box. So I have 1 box and it includes some of this stuff, but the rest I'm going to either put in ephemera kits or resell or gift, because I did do some shopping while I was at it. In this box, this was fun. No idea. So if you guys have tips on what to use this for, I think I have a couple ideas, but I would love your feedback. But this is Super Steel Sonamore Eyes, and I bought it just because I loved the box and it's intact. And they had tons of these, but I'm gonna do this. Oh, I'm not gonna do that. I will spill for sure. But they're just hook and eyes. And so, oh, there went that one. Guess I'm gonna be vacuuming. But they're hook and eyes that you would use in sewing, and it is plumb full. So I will find a good use for these, but I have not yet decided what. The other kind of unique things that I found, I use dominoes a lot in my projects and on the tassels and different mixed media, but these were really cool in that, I better put this down or else I'm gonna. Hey, by the way, you get crazy here today. We've been doing some outside stuff this morning. But they are inlaid, so they're almost like carved. They're wooden dominoes. So these are gonna be super fun. Of course, the whole set is not there. It's just a wee bit. But that will be fun to craft or to gift into ephemera kits too. But let me show you, I got 2 boxes full of playing cards, and I mean, most of them are pretty old, but I'll just show you a few of my very favorites. So this was one, I loved the butterflies. This was another, it reminds me of Holly Hobby, but it's not. Thought those were cute. There's some Ziggy Zag cards, which, by the way, when I found these, I was like, oh, Dave, I should put the lids on these. And I'm like, it's fine, it'll be fine. What happened? He dumped a whole box, so I should have put the lid on it. And these are not easy to pick up because they're not square. I thought these were really unique, and there's homemade ones as well as the playing cards, but these are fished, and then they are to help learn your colors. So they've got the colors on the back, but then someone got innovative and they traced them and made their very own. Or maybe they came like that. Doesn't look like it. Looks like they made their own. So those are really fun. And then if you ever get your hands on real old maid cards, you should pick them up because the names are just funny. Television, Willpower. I mean, there's some really good ones. So these were really fun. I got War. I don't know what this is. Oh, another fish game. Some ship. I don't know what kind of ship, but it's pretty. So that was, I mean, the whole thing is full, but that's just gives you an idea. And then I found, I think I paid $1. No, I didn't even pay $1. I would usually find things and then Dave would help with it. So these are from White Star Dairy, wholesale and retail. And this was in Denison, Iowa, the town that we stayed, remember, home of Donna Reed. And what I found was several other people too, but Donna Reed is one you probably will know. But this is really cool because it's got, like, do you want a malt? What flavor? A quart of homogenized milk, half a gallon, skim, whipped cream, or a pint of orange chocolate. Get some cottage cheese there, some butter, and some sour cream. That must have been all they had, but I've got 4 pads of these, so these will make great ephemera pieces for the kits too, so that's exciting. I'm gonna be busy putting these all together. Uh-oh, I lost mine. Let's see, what else do I have? Hang on, I'm gonna grab another little baby tip. Oh. Let's see, maybe I can't stop it. This is my new. Okay. I'm not yet schooled on that little remote control, but this was a fun, I actually, 2 different places. I got a few at one place, and then I got 2 shoe boxes full of vintage patterns for $1. And so I'll just show you a couple of my favorites. This is adorable. And this was from 1950. This one, nope, this one has already been opened. I have one that, this does not have a date on it, but little 90s. I told Dave he was trying on some cowboy hats, so I said, hey, you know what, I'll totally whip one of these up for you. 1974, vintage 1974. This is, I think, from 70. Yep, also from 74. Look at those bell bottoms, cute. These are just a few of my favorites. I love the swim attire. And then this one is also one of my this is from 1952. How adorable, huh? But this is full, and then just one little tip. Oh, here's robes. I had a robe that was quilted like that my grandma made me. It was short though, not one of those long ones. But one thing I wanted to show you how I store all my patterns. I generally take the directions out and bundle them together. I take my patterns, just the envelopes, and package them together. This one is really adorable, and it has not been opened yet, so I kept that intact. And I usually, if I'm not gonna use them as like an envelope or something, I'll separate them, and it's the back, the measurements, and then I separate them from the front with the photos, and then I keep all of the little measuring tapes, any advertisement and fun stuff on there in a separate bag. And then all of my actual patterns, the tissue, are bundled together too. And then I keep all of those in one spot. So it works for me, might not work for you, but I thought I would share that. And then my favorite find, if you watch the other videos on Meet the Schrads on that playlist, or on our travel videos, you will clearly see what Dave's favorite was. But my favorite is in this little tin that I paid $1 for, that will somewhere find a home in my craft studio. You guys all know that it's full of vintage 50s, and I keep promising that I will give you a tour, and that is going to come, you know, hopefully in the next month or two. But in this box is probably, I don't know, it was worth the whole 177 miles of yard sales, because I was just tickled. The first one, these were from a printing press, and I have 3 of them. This one says janitor services, and he's standing there with his janitorial stuff. Daily janitorial service, building maintenance, office cleaning, and there was an entire box of these that the woman really wanted me to buy. I mean, it was like one of those huge 10-gallon totes full. She's like, you can, you know, buy these and resell them. And I'm like, and that would take me forever, because most of them needed to also be cleaned, and they had clearly been in storage somewhere. So I just picked through and bought 3 of my favorites. At first glance, this is obviously my fave. And it says Country Manor Beauty Salon. And then it tells all of the services, and it has the number, and Shirley was the owner. And then on the other side right here, I know you can't see that probably very well. You can. It says Girl Talk Beauty Center. So Shirley focused on Girl Talk and country hairstyles. And it's even got a rooster on the bottom. Super, super cute. So I thought those are really unique. Yes, they probably are worth some amount of money, but I don't have a place for them. And then this one was just cute because it has little bugs and bees on it. It's for a pest control company, American Termite and Pest Control. So that was a unique find. But in these 3 boxes are what made me incredibly happy. This was at one of our first stops. So they were just sitting there. They were, I think they were 50 cents a piece. Oh, that's upside down, but you get the gist. And each one of them is filled with cards. So I have many, many ideas of how I'd like to use these, but I have not yet done pen pal mail, and so I would like to. So if you would like to get a pack of pen pal mail with one of these adorable, these are all stamped too, they're so cute. One of these adorable cards from one of these packs, then you just comment below and I will make sure you're on the list. Look at this one. Okay. This is for a birthday. And then, let's see. Yes. And then it opens up like this. And it looks like a file or folder. And none of them are written in. They're all blank. Perfection. Perfect condition. I won't go through all of these because it will be a surprise when I start doing my pen pal mail. But that is something that is on my agenda once we get to the 200 subscriber. That, remember, I set a goal for myself that I will actually be doing some new things, and pen pal mail is one of them. And then doing some craft alongs, maybe some challenges. I always do challenges for myself. I don't always put together stuff that all of you could do with me, and so I promise to do that as well. But those are, I think I got everything. Those are a peek at some of my favorite finds, and if you follow along on the Meet the Shrods playlist or the travel playlist, you're going to see all of our fun adventures. You're going to see some really interesting finds, including all the things that Dave found. So, guys, you will appreciate this. I kicked off the day that way. Smart thinking, right? I took him to the big fishing and tackle sale. That made him happy. So he was happy driving and carrying all the stuff that I bought. So I'm sure you can all relate, and I hope that you had as fabulous a time this weekend, whether it be crafting or searching for treasures or spending time with your family. I hope the rest of your week is great, and tune in because we will have several new videos uploading this week with updates from our trips and our travels, and a finished travel journal for this weekend road trip. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, don't forget to subscribe. If you have not hopped on over to the finale of the Spring Blooms, where you can enter to be in our journal giveaway for our 200 subscriber goal, then please hop over there and subscribe and comment, and we will look forward to seeing you again soon. Until next time, guys, just be.